Hey everybody, this is Joseph from Kirkpatrick Price, and I'm here today with a great idea for you to work on your BCP test while you're all working from home. If you've been distracted from your regular job, you're not able to do your normal day-to-day tasks, why not use this opportunity to stay engaged, stay productive, and get something done while we're all going through this? Let's get our BCP test performed. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of things to show you how easy it would be to work on this remotely. I'm sitting here with Mark Hastings from Mosaic Solutions Group. He is our 1,000th customer. So I'm really happy to be here with him today and talk to him about BCP testing. And so I want to start off first just to give everybody an example of the kind of thing that you would be testing in a BCP. So when you're working on putting that together, Mark, you do what's called a business impact analysis. That's a BIA. And what you start off with doing is, what is a critical function within the organization that you would need to continue doing in the midst of a crisis or a disaster? What's an example for you?
I think the best example for our company is communication and collaboration. So we have about 30 workers in our office, and we're not able to come together as we aren't these days. We need a way to communicate in near real time. So we utilize a few solutions to overcome that. Right now, obviously, we have to have mobile computing available for our workers and employees, and we have to have the services in place to allow us to communicate. And we're using some common solutions. Slack is a popular solution for a lot of companies these days. We use Slack. We have email that's always available, and then we have meetings similar to WebEx or Zoom that we use.
Okay, great. So this is a wonderful illustration of what you do to build your business continuity plan. You can meet remotely with all of your department heads or just a representative from each department, and you ask them, if we were going through a disruption to our operations, what are the critical functions in your department that would have to continue? So using this as an example from Mark, you would have to continue your communication. You have to have that collaboration in order to do what you do. Next, you would identify what Mark has given us, which are the resources that you have to have available in order to continue those operations. And so he's identified that he's going to have mobile computing solutions in order to work outside of the office. He's going to have access to internet, obviously, and they're going to have tools like Slack in order to communicate and have that channel open. They use Asana, which is a cloud-based solution to collaborate as a team. And so those are the resources that they would want to have available. So just doing that right there with each representative from each department, you're able to update your business continuity plan. And that's something that you could do right now. Now to your testing. Let's test your BCP. And so we know that this is a critical function that they have to continue during this time period. And so now we're going to put a scenario together where we test that. We're going to work out of our homes. Good news, you're already doing that now. And so the scenario is right there for you. And so now let's pretend that we have our laptops available, we have internet access available, but Slack is not available. And so now that's going to impact their ability to do their work. And so let's test that, and let's say, what would we do if Slack was not available for us? So think through that and tell us what you think you would do as an alternative.
Well, nothing's going to be as good as replacing Slack. We are fortunate. We're also a Google G Suites customer, so we have Hangouts would be an alternative. Again, not nearly as functional as Slack from our perspective. A lot of our employees have Slack on their phones, they have it on their iPad, they have it on their computer. So the notifications and the communication can happen pretty much anywhere, anytime, real time. With Hangouts, we don't have quite the deployment of that, but it would be a failover that I think would probably work.
So this is why this test is so valuable. They have to practice that. They have to say, okay, Slack isn't available. We're going to use Hangouts as our backup solution in order to continue operations. And so let's practice using it. Because when you go through it, you walk through it, you're going to learn what you don't have. Oh, we need this documentation available to us. We're gonna need to have, you know, this contact information set up and ready to go. As you go through that, you're going to learn lessons that you're going to apply out of this BCP test to help you be ready to respond in a period of inefficiency. So walking through that, not just simply talking about it, but actually doing it and trying it while we're all working remotely will produce so many great lessons for you, and you'll be able to document this, and your BCP test is done. And so you've actually accomplished something really good for your compliance initiatives by knocking this out while you're all working remotely. So it's just an idea. We have templates, forms, and guides that can help you with this. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to us here at Kirkpatrick Price. We would love to help. And thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Joseph.